It's the festive season, Diwali season, and the air is full of cheer and good fortune and happiness and all those good things. So I've decided to share something which is equally happy and non-controversial, non-polluting and pleasant and blah blah blah, all those things. I've decided to share with you a recipe from my family which has been passed down the generations. It's the recipe of a sweet dish, an Indian laddu recipe. Now before I proceed on telling you the recipe, I must tell you that I'm an untreated sweetaholic. I'm really crazy nasty without my daily quota of sweets. One reason I don't celebrate my birthday is because I want to have the full cake without having to share it with people. So every year I'll order this cake, and it's a cake for 25 people, and I'll have it all by myself. That's how crazy I am. Anyway, the laddu, the flour for this laddu is only available at a height of about 1,000 meters in the Himalayas. So if you can't get the flour, you have to get the seeds and plant them in your backyard or your kitchen garden or your pots and pans in the balcony. But make sure that you water this plant at 5 a.m. in the morning before the sun rises, because if you don't do that, the laddus are not going to turn out the way I intend them to. So be sure of that. Once the plant is about 5 inches high, you have to uproot it and replant it in another location, much like you do with paddy. And now you have to change the watering cycle. You have to water it every evening just before sunset. Be very sure to do that, otherwise the laddus are not going to turn out the way I intend them to. Okay, so once the flower is about 1.5 feet in height, it starts flowering, and they have the most spectacular, brilliant smelling flowers you've ever seen. And once the flowers dry up, the seeds fall. Now you have to collect the seeds from about 18 such plants, right, to make the exact laddu mix. You have to collect the seeds from these 18 plants and then grind them. Grind them much like you do atta or flour with which you make chapatis. Once you grind them, you have to roast them. Once you roast them, your whole neighborhood is going to smell of this beautiful, amazing smell which I can't describe to you. And your whole colony is going to ask you what the fuck you're making, because it's so brilliant and so amazing. Now once it's been roasted, you can mix the other stuff, which is cow ghee. It has to be cow ghee and nothing else, because it's not going to taste the same if you add anything else to it. And bura. Bura is a kind of sugar powder which is available in the villages and also online, so you can order. And you mix these three ingredients together, and then you start rolling the laddus. And the amazing feeling when you're making these laddus with your hands is brilliant. You have to experience it yourself. Once the laddus are made, you have to refrigerate them, keep them aside for about a period of 50 days. If you have them before, they're not going to taste the same, so be very sure and very particular. Once they are ready, so you can have these amazing laddus after 50 days, and they're going to taste brilliant, and they'll make you so happy, and your neighbors are going to thank you, and your generations will thank you for making these laddus. But remember, you have to start making these laddus 1 year in advance to enjoy it on Diwali. Just don't forget that. You guys have a swell Diwali. And by the way, I didn't tell you the name of these laddus. These are called Achhe Din laddus. So be very, very particular to follow my instructions down to the very T. Have a swell Diwali. I'll see you next week. Bye.